Hi people who are watching this right now. Well, not now, but when you are watching it. So, I've been rearranging my room since I got back home from Colorado, and I was thinking about how this is the first time I've had my head over in this corner of the room. I'm talking kind of like a tour guide. Whoa! I don't know why. But I was thinking about this corner of the room and how I had this kind of fear as a kid of this one little guy in my imagination that obviously doesn't exist, but he lived in this corner of the room. He didn't have a name, but he was a very, very tall and skinny man that wore a purple suit. Well, it's purple with like white horizontal stripes. I don't know what was so creepy about that, but it creeped me out. He also had a very crooked nose, and it was long, and a crooked top hat that was like purple and red. And he honestly just scared me. And I don't know where I came up with him. I obviously came up with him somewhere. It's just some part of my imagination that scared me as a child. And he lived in this corner of my room. But now his pictures and stuff, which I just put up today, not this wall. I'll put up stuff today. Whoa! Another childhood thing that scared me, besides monsters under my bed, but then I got a tip from my dad to just say, oh, come on if you're gonna get me, and they never did, so that was nice. But another thing that scared me was my closet, which used to not actually be accessible from my room. It's accessible from my parents' room because it's a conjoining closet between my parents' room and my room, but I had a couch in front of it because it scared me. I was scared of monsters and witches and stuff in my closet. And when I was a kid, that was weird. When I was a kid, every morning I heard like, well, I didn't know what it was for a while, but I heard like things like hitting each other in the closet when my mom was getting her clothes out. But as a child, I thought it was a witch on the other side of the door scratching the door with a little fork. And that scared me for quite a few years. And then I found out it was just my mom picking clothes out of the closet, and it's just the hangers hitting each other, and it wasn't a fork or a witch scratching the door at all. So that was a big relief when I was a child. Those were the scary imagination things that I came up with. And actually I was a very imaginative child. One other thing I guess I could talk about with my imagination as a child was with my two best friends who are not here with me. Well, I mean, they're not here, they're not having like a sleepover or anything, and they're brother and sister and stuff, and I don't think Dave would want to be here anyway. But we would play a game as a kid called Animals, where we were each an animal, and none of us were the same age. There's the oldest, middle, and the youngest, and we always fought for youngest, or middle. Middle was second best, oldest was the worst. We all wanted to be the young, helpless one, woo! Which, now that I think about it, is a little weird. We wanted to be the helpless one? But that's one thing that our imagination came up with, and I'm sure we weren't the only kids who played an animal game that we made up. But one thing that I still remember and still laugh about with that game was every time we wanted to come up with something for our story, we would say, how about, and then blah blah blah, whatever we wanted to happen. We'd be like, how about this? And then we'd act it out. So that was a fun game. Imagination game. I can't talk right now, I'm sorry. A fun imagination game that my best friends and I played. It was fun. It was called Animals. And Dave was generally always a reptile. He's like actually always a frog, and he was kind of like the jokester. That's one great memory from that game. He was constantly like the jokester of the three of us. And he still kind of is, even though he would rather hang out with two people from his school than with two girls, since we're teenagers now. And we're still friends. Well, I mean, they fight, so they're brother and sister, but we're all still three best friends, and we love each other. But out of lack of ideas, I just kind of wanted to talk about stuff my imagination came up with. I mean, also with my two best friends, but I talked about my imagination first. So this is literally a lack of ideas and just thinking about this corner of the room. So that's my third vlog, and I will probably make another one soon enough. I just don't know when. Bye!